good, everybody? It's your boy Hubs from Ather Gaming, and today, guys, we're coming to you with a brand new deck profile, guys. And yes, you saw from the title, it's the highly requested Shaddol, Invoked, Shaddol deck profile, whatever. But before we get into that video, guys, a lot of people have been saying that, oh, it probably took them 15 tries to make the shot. But I'm here to show you that I really do this. I really am a hooper, so just pay attention, guys. Again, I really do this. But before we get into the video, guys, make sure you check out our Patreon down below. Like I said before in the previous video, guys, if you guys want to support us, then you can truly support us by checking our Patreon. Subscribe if you're new, like the video, comment what you guys want to see next, and stay tuned for that 5,000 subscriber giveaway. Without further ado, guys, let's get straight into this video. Alright, guys, so starting off with the deck profile. Again, guys, this is a deck profile that's really rough right now just because we don't really know how the format's going to end up, but yeah, we're just going to get into it. So starting off with the deck profile, guys, we play triple Ather, the Invoker. This is the engine we decided to go with the deck. You can't play other engines if you want, but we just decided that this is the best engine. Normal summon Ather, search Poly, or literally search like the real Macabre Turbo deck is pretty good. I mean, it's Ather, you gotta play 3 of it in your deck. If not, what are you doing? Really good, really good. You actually want to open this card most of the time, which is why you play the 3 Ather and the 3 Meltdown, as you guys will see. And again, it's a really good card because you can actually just invocation from your hand, triggering all the effects. Worst comes to worst, you just normally grab the invocation and just make like a Caliga pass, and sometimes it's enough. But yeah, triple Ather. Oh yeah, the other cool thing about him is that Ather says you can target one fusion monster, discard it, and then it'll buff it for 1,000 attack and or defense, or I think both. So you can actually target your own windows, your own Caliga, stuff like that, just to boost your monsters, make sure they are destroyed, and then on the swing back you can just OTK them. And yeah, that's what this deck really does. So triple Ather in the main deck, nothing more, nothing less. Then moving on to the Clown engine, so the 2 damage jugglers and the 1 trick clown. I decided not to play the hat trigger, but you guys can play it if you want, because it does come up. You can play like a 2-1-1 or like a 3-1-1. I just chose to go a little light this time. Going to the near future, maybe I can up this, but just right now I feel like this is enough as is. But in testing, sometimes it does feel a bit underwhelming because I don't have that many light monsters. So maybe going to the future, I will up this. But as of now, I like it as is. And I wouldn't really personally change anything about it. And then, yeah, this is part of the combo. Maybe you want to up this to 3 because you want to open it. And then Trick Clown, just drawing it is nice. And yeah, this is it right now. But you guys can throw the hat tricker in if you want. Sorry about that. Then onto the Shaddol 1-ofs that we play in the deck. We play the 1 Dragon. Just for utility, when he's sent to the graveyard, he can pop a back row. When he's flipped face up, I think he compulses anything or any card on the field. So really, really good for utility. Maybe in the future I'll play 2, but right now you kind of don't want to see it. But if everybody starts playing Anti-Spell and Imperial Order, you're going to want to open this card most of the time, so you can go Shaddol Fusion and dump him. So yeah, maybe in the near future you're going to up him, but right now Dragon is good as is. And then the new addition is our Ariel. I'm not going to say the first part because you guys are making fun of it, but Ariel. Basically, Ariel's effect is when she's flipped up, you can target one of your banished Shaddol monsters and special summon it. So its main card in the combo, as I showed you guys in the previous video. And the other effect is when she's sent to the graveyard, I think she can banish 3 cards from either player's graveyard or something, but you don't really use her for that. You just use her for the flip effect. 1800 defense is kind of nice. Would I up it to 2? Probably not, just because the water fills the light. You would definitely be playing like 2 or 3 of this girl. But as of now, no. But going to the future, yeah. And I mean, that's all that Ariel does. You don't want to play it anymore, any less. Then I play the double Shaddol Beast. Beast is again a utility card. Maybe you can cut this down to 1, sorry. But as of right now, I like Beast the way it is. Being able to dump Beast on your turn and then being able to summon one back so you have a flip effect during your opponent's turn is really good. Beast helps you push, and he is 2200 attack, so he can actually get over literally the window if you have to go like hard tribute summon a to get Beast and then crash into the window. He's good at that too. Draw 2, discard 1, triggers all your Shaddols when you send to graveyard. He draws 1 again. Really good utility that this guy provides, and yeah, I think 2 is good. I think 2 is good. Then the 3-ofs, we play triple Shaddol Hedgehog. I know this card's kind of iffy and you guys are kind of like, whoa. But if we are in a Shaddol dominant meta where it's kind of going more back and forth than anything, this card becomes really insane because like you set him, then when he gets flip face up, you search a Shaddol Fusion, and then during your opponent's turn, if they didn't kill you, you can just hit him back and kill him. And the other purpose of him is when he's foolish, he basically rotas for any of your Shaddol monsters. And to be honest, you're only going to want to use his effect. And the benefit of it is once he gets into the graveyard, he can add like a beast or like a dragon or something that you can, use to facilitate your plays, maybe an aerial or something like that. And yeah, haven't really bricked on him yet, but I know what you guys are thinking about the triple hog. Then we play the triple Squamata. Squamata is the utility of the deck, being able to foolish literally any Shaddol card. His other effect is kind of neat, the Man-Eater Bug effect. It's not that bad, but you want to use him for his actual effect, which is Foolish Burial, and you want to open him as well, which is why you play 3 of them. And he's really good addition to the deck, or not addition, but you know what I mean. Being able to foolish, like, literally any of these cards, so, like, being able to foolish your Dragon, being able to foolish your Aerial, being able to foolish your Hedgehog, your Beast, just being able to facilitate a lot of plays. He can also foolish your spells in the trap, so it's really, really good. And yeah, that's why I think he's very crucial to the deck. Then we play the 2 Shaddol Wendy. I will up this to 3 in the future, but as of now, I'm kind of liking 2. You guys can opt to play E-Telly as well to tutor her out even faster, because the main combo is to start with her and being able to trigger her no matter what. There are reasons why you play the Trick Lounge, so you can construct during your turn, send her, flip the aerial, like I showed you guys in the previous combo where you set her because of her. And yeah, she's really good. Yeah, Wendy's really good. You can up her to 3 if you want, but right now I just think 2 is correct. That's it for the monsters, guys. Now going to the spells, we play the triple Magical Meltdown. So you guys can see it right there. I mean, it's Alistair, right? It's 3 Alistairs. But the cool thing about Magical Meltdown is it says one of monster is fusion summoned. Your opponent can't do anything on the summon of it, right? So basically speaking, if you have your cross sheep on the board, and I will explain this, guys, to you later on when I get to the extract, but if you have a cross sheep on board, and you go like Invocation or Shaddol Fusion, summon a construct, once cross sheep will trigger to reborn, your opponent can't Veiler it, your opponent can't Ogre, your opponent can't do anything to the summon of it, or on resolution, so automatically priority gets passed again back to you because they have no winner to respond. Kind of similar to multi-roll in that regard. So Meltdown is really good. You actually want to see this card as often as possible just because of that interaction. Your opponent can't really do something on summon, so like even if you summon Construct and you have Meltdown on board, your opponent can't actually Construct because it's an on summon effect, and Meltdown doesn't let your opponent react to on summon. I mean, your opponent doesn't get to react to the summon of fusion monsters. So that's Meltdown. No terraforming, just because I feel like it's a bit cloggy, and a lot of people are playing Droll now, and you don't want to lose any harder to the cards. Then I play the triple Invocation. You guys can see here the triple Invocation. It's literally, it has so many applications in this deck. Being able to be like the 9th Shaddol Fusion if it's in your hand. Being able to be Invocation itself to facilitate plays. Being able to recycle Alistair is really good. You guys just need to understand that if you're going to use Invocation to summon a Shaddol monster, you have to use monsters from your hand. So just make sure you guys don't get cheated on that. But apart from that, Invocation is a really good card. Again, like it's play starter, right? You want to see it in your hand. It's similar to Shaddol Fusion, stuff like that. Really good card. Not much to say about it. You have to play 3 because you want to open it. And you just want the recursion. You can cut it to 2 if you want, but I wouldn't really recommend it. So now moving on to the other fusion cards. We play the triple El Shaddol Fusion. I think 3 is standard. I think 3 is very important because you need to open this card. Just to facilitate going second place like the OTKs. Also, being able to draw this means you can foolish another card. And just being able to like dump a beast to get more recursion is really, really good. And then paired that with the triple regular Shaddol Fusion. And this card, like I showed you before, guys, it's a 1 card OTK going second. But for the most part, you just use the Shaddol Fusion fused from your hand. But the most broken part about this card is that it's a... Sorry about that. It's you can, if your opponent controls extra monsters, you can use your monster from your deck, which is why you can literally summon anything when your opponent already has a Established Board. Shaddol is really good at punishing stuff like that. And you can like, it's 1 card Construct, 1 card Window. It's really good, really unfair. And like if you're not playing 3, I don't know what you're doing. Then moving on to some more utility cards of the deck, we played triple Instant Fusion. We decided to go with the Instant Fusion over the Allures in the Pot of Desire just because we felt like being able to get cards like Kaliga, Thousand Eyes, Millennium Eyes, Restrict just helps with the overall grind game and the push of the deck. Also being able to turbo into cards like Cross Sheep and Meltdown Evoker are really nice as well. And we felt like Instant Fusion was crucial to our win strategy as well. Like in the mirror match, you go Instant Fusion, summon Thousand Eyes, take the monster. Against Spirals, you go Instant Fusion, summon Millennium Eyes. You go to negate, you go Millennium Eyes, just take Appaloosa. Now Appaloosa can negate the sleeper. So a lot of utility. And I think that a lot of people should play this card. If not, if they're not right now. And if they are playing it, they should bump it to 3. I just feel like Institution is just so insane. And again, it triggers cross sheep as well. So like if you already get to cross sheep without fusing something, you just go Institution, summon a monster. Now you have free play. And it's like this card, you turbo out Kaliga, you go normal Alistair, go into a cross sheep, and then like fusion summon, then reborn the Kaliga, and now your opponent just gets locked, right? So it's really good, really good. Then tech spot we decided to play was triple super poly. So a lot of reasons why. The main reason is that we're anticipating a lot of their mirror match going into the near future, and super poly just wipes the board, right? Like if they have Kaliga and Winda, you just go super poly, Kaliga and Winda, and you just go into your own window, and now your opponent is locked. Of course, the window's gonna trigger, but it just, you know, it's a back and forth matchup in the mirror match anyways. And super poly, I feel like it's just the unfair super poly turbo in the game. Also, it helps you go second, you can OTK, right? It's just really similar to the old format of Shaddolls where you could attack, super poly your board into a monster attack again, or super poly their board, attack, and then go Shaddol fusion, attack again. So super poly is really good. It's a really good utility card again, guys, and I definitely recommend you to play it for sure. If not in the side deck, in the main deck. So that's how I feel about super poly. Then moving on to the 1-ofs, we play the, of course, Monster Reborn, right? Another extender, guys. Being able to Monster Reborn another monster. You can actually Monster Reborn Construct to cross shape pointer, and then it'll trigger cross shape for whatever reason. And if you have Meltdown, your opponent can't negate cross shape's effect, right? So now you have literally an instant Boral Sword right there, and then if you open the Alistair, you have a Macabre Boral Sword. So, I mean, it's really unfair, but what can you do? Like, even, for example, say you have the cross shape play, you go Institution Macabre, now cross shape will trigger. On summon, your opponent can't Nibiru you because Meltdown is on the field, and cross shape is triggering. So, really good. I'll get into that a little bit more. Foolish Burial. Why would you not play this card, right? I'm gonna show you the monsters in your deck, and you're gonna show you why we're not. Foolish Burial triggers Wendy, triggers Squamata, which triggers anything in your deck, triggers Dragon, triggers Aerial, triggers Hedgehog, which is basically a Rhoda, triggers an Upstart Goblin, triggers a free Special Summon, triggers a free Search, right? So you have all these cards that you literally want a Foolish Burial in your deck, right here. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You have 8 pretty good Foolish Burial targets. Maybe Aerial not that good, but the other ones are really good. And being able to tutor a lot of plays from your deck is really powerful, and that's why I think Foolish Burial is mandatory. Again, guys, like I'm gonna show you right here. Foolish Burial is an Upstart. Foolish Burial is a reinforcing your army for the deck. Foolish Burial is like triple DD Crow. Foolish Burial is a Galaxy Cyclone. Foolish Burial is anything if you want, right? It's another copy. Foolish Burial is an E-Telly. So yeah, why would you not play that card? Rounding off, we play 40. Play the Upstart. I know it goes against what I was saying with the Droll, but I feel like you really need to see your combo cards, and Upstart helps you with that. And then 40th card, Shaddol Incarnation, Shaddol Incarnation, whatever you guys want to call it. Basically, good card. Maybe you can play it to 2 just because of the recursion play, but I feel like 1 is enough, right? You don't want to open the card in your hand, and if you do open it, it is a brick, so maybe you want to play 2, but I feel like you just don't want to. Basically, we'll go over the effects. On-field effect is back to the front, either flip face up, face down. You can use this to trigger a lot of cards, like you can use Incarnation to summon Construct summon Dragon pop backward, right? You can use cards to reborn the window, and now your opponent has to deal with it. But the main effect is you banish this card with your from your graveyard along with another Shaddol monster, so any of your main deck guys or your extra deck guys, and then flip 1 face up. Since it's a graveyard effect and it's a trap card, it's a quick effect, right? And that's how you trigger your Aerial. So for those of you who haven't seen the combo video, I suggest you guys, of course, see it. But yeah, we'll go like this. So for example, when you triggered, right, to summon the Aerial and face down defense position, now what you'll do is you'll use your Squamata in this, banish these 2, and now you'll flip this face up, and now she'll trigger to literally summon your Squamata. So now you have 2 free monsters on board, right? So why would you not play this card? And I have been debating playing 2. You guys can. Please, if you play 2, let me know how you guys feel. But right now, I just feel like that's it. Now, moving on to the extra deck, guys. Space is super tight. So don't think that this extra deck is the one that you guys should be playing. But I feel like it is a good, I guess, skeleton to where you guys can begin. So play the 1 window. Don't feel like 2 is necessary, to be honest. Going first, 1 window will stop your opponent from playing. You guys can fit the second one if you want, but I feel like this extra deck is super tight, and I feel like it's damn near perfect. So if you guys have anything, just let me know, but I feel like 1 window is good enough as is. You do have recursion plays, and you can literally just banish this girl, with the trap card, and then summon her back with Aerial. So now you have infinite windows, right? And this trap card allows you to get away with cheating out these cards. One window is really good. Don't think you need to play anymore. 2 construct because you need 2 for the combo. You can play 3 for utility purposes. Don't recommend it because the extra deck is super tight. If you guys want to play the instant fusion version, you guys have like 3 cards you have to play. So you gotta play 2. 2 construct really good, destroying anything as well. And yeah, I mean, she's construct, not hard enough to turn on any of the effects. There's a reason why she was banned. Maybe we'll see her get hit on the ban list if this deck is a lot more prevalent, which we think it is, right? That's why everybody's buying out these cards. But yeah, that's it for the construct. The one El Shaddol Al Capone, which we all like to call it, it's Apcolone, but we call it Al Capone. New addition to the deck. I think it's 2 Shaddol monsters with different attributes. So basically, your new guys, right? You send like Windy and Dragon. You send Aerial and whatever, right? And triggers it. On summon, target 1 card on the field, negates effects forever. So even if she leaves the field, negates effect, or a he, right? If it's sent to the graveyard, you can roll that any Shaddol card. Really good, right? Search any Shaddol card. It doesn't float like our girl's construct and window right here, but she wrote us instead. So it's really, really good. Can be short battle as well, so it's kind of one of those nifty little cards. It is a form of disruption during your opponent's turn. Obviously, you don't want to have to rely on this card being the form of disruption, but it is like a kind of like a line of defense or a good follow-up play. Like when you summon Al Capone, you can negate a floodgate, and it's really, really good, right? So I definitely recommend playing this card. It's insane. Why would you not play it? Moving on to the Invoked engine of the deck, we play the 1 Macabre. I think that you can get away with 1. Personally speaking, I feel like if you resolve your full combo with the Macabre, it's good enough. And then again, extra tight. I don't play the Security Guard now, or the Cyber's Guard, or whatever it's called, so yeah, that's good. 1 Purga Trio just for OTK purposes. The 1 Caliga for the Infusion, and again, like if you make your board with Caliga window, it's game for the most part, right? So why would you not play it? So this is it. 1 Caliga, 1 Macabre, 1 Purg, and then 1 Regent. I don't play Elysium in the deck. I felt like it hasn't come up, to be honest. Not even against Spiral matchups, but maybe going to the future I'll play it. But just right now, I feel like this is super solid. And then Regent gives you that utility. This card is really, really good. I feel like people have forgotten how good Regent actually is, just because like literally Book of Moon Turbo is actually a win con against most decks, right? Against BA, they special normal, you go Book of Moon the non-BA monster, now BAs explode themselves, so really good. Against Spirals, you can book their main card. Against Luna Lights, you can book the Raid Raptor in the extra monster zone, similar to No Material in that regard. Caliga's the Walking Floodgate, Macabre's Macabre, Purg is OTK guy. Then, instant fusion cards. We play the 1 Millennium Eyes, the 1000 Eyes. You can play one or the other, it's up to you guys, but Millennium Eyes is really good going first. Like you go summon Millennium Eyes, then you go normal summon Alistair. Now Alistair is guaranteed to resolve unless they open impermanence, and if they do, they're really good players. So Millennium Eyes is really good. You can reborn this with Cross Sheep as well. It's another form of disruption during your opponent's turn. 1000 Eyes going second is if baits out any negates, right? The reason why I like 1000 Eyes also is that whenever your opponent activates a monster effect, you can trigger Millennium Eyes to not just take that monster that they used, but another monster. So say you have Millennium Eyes and they go Sleeper effect to pop, right? Target. You go chain Millennium Eyes and you just take the Appaloosa. So it's really good. And then 1000 Eyes is the negate baiter, right? So then the last fusion monster you play is the Starving God and Fusion Dragon, just because you made a Super Poly. All these Shaddol monsters and all these Invoked monsters are already Super Poly targets, right? Because it's any Shaddol monster plus the attribute, monster with different attributes, so it's really good mirror match. And then Alistair plus any of these monsters with the attributes. So all of these guys are already institution targets. And then we play the Star Madam because we feel like this is the most generic one. You guys can play Dragos Stapelia instead if you guys want, or Mud Dragon, but I feel like this card's better. And against the Spiral board with the, the Trigate, you just see your side deck cards, and I feel like it's better. So that's it for the fusion monsters. Now going into the link monsters, we play the 1 Alistair, Invoker of Madness. This card's really insane because it triggers your Shaddol monsters, which is kind of insane. Not discard for a cost, discard for effect. So it'll trigger your Shaddol monsters. So you use it, discard, get an invocation, not once per turn, right? Awesome. So you go invocation, summon here. Effect, pitch, get another invocation. Shuffle back the invocation with the Alistair. Effect, pitch, get the other invocation. Fuse this one away, now you have 3 fusions. Boom, right? Crazy. Then we play Cross Sheep. Literally a $20 rare for a reason. You don't really care about the other effects, you just care about fusion effect. When a monster best summon to a zone, it points to a fusion monster, reborn any monster in any position. And then if you got, like I was telling you guys before, right? if you have the Magical Meltdown on board right here, they can't respond to it. So basically, the reason why I think it's really good is that, say you go Summon Window, right? Now Cross Sheep will trigger to target to reborn your Kaliga, and they can't DD Crow because this is happening on the summon of fusion monster, and your opponent can't respond to the summon of fusion monsters, right? So yeah, it's like literally insane, and they can't even Nibiru you because they miss timing, and Winter doesn't let you Nibiru. So I mean, what more do you want, right? Cross Sheep's really good. Then we play the Lynx, 1 Appaloosa for the combo like I showed you, 1 Boral Sword for the 1 card OTK. That's about it. If you guys want to see the combo with Instant Fusion, make sure you guys leave a like and comment down below what you guys want to see next. Peace. Alright guys, so that was the deck profile. If you guys liked it, make sure you like the video. If you didn't like it, still like the video. Stop leaving dislikes. I know who YouTube people are who keep disliking it, and we will find you and we will get you. So anyways guys, yeah, this is Hamza from Ather Gaming, wishing you guys the best. Don't forget to brush your teeth and always clean behind your ears. Peace. I still do this.